I was at a paper mill in Charleston, South Carolina, surveying their machines so we could come back and do training. Well, one of their machines was down. They had two others too running. They rotated when they were down. But anyway, I was walking around up there and these guys saw me, and it was a production supervisor and an operator. We're standing there by this thing called a lowering crate. And they asked me what I was doing, and I told them. They said, well, maybe you can help us. I said, well, what's going on? They said, the cradle, number one cradle's making ghost rolls. I said, ghost rolls? What the heck are you talking about? Well, what this cradle is, it's got one cylinder under it, mounted this way, and they got a roll of paper. This kicker picks this roll of paper up, and it rolls into this cradle, and the cradle's made like this, and then it'll stop. So when they need to send the roll down, it'll lift, it rolls out into the next cradle. They had 8 cradles, okay? So they said, yeah, watch this, come here. So they had the pump running, but there was no paper anywhere. And you can see that number one cradle in this here. And then it gets so high, it'd make a photo eye, and then come back down. And it was drifting that quick. And I was like, wow. I see what you're talking about, ghost rolls. It's moving with no roll in it. That's what they were meaning. But so what I did was, their number 1 and 2 cradle manifold, they were right here by 1 and 2, then 3 and 4 were together, like that. I looked at the tag on top of these valves, closed center. And I said, well, guys, thinking you probably got a bad valve. Now, I hadn't looked at anything else yet. I didn't know what else was in the system. And one of the guys says, all right, I'll go get one. I said, wait a minute, don't rush off. I said, let's make sure that the valve is actually bad. I said, there's one quick test we can make here. So what we did was we took the valve from 1 and 2, we swapped them. We put 2 to 1, that way. Turned it back on, guess what happened? Number 2s started making ghost rolls. So then we knew 100% the valve was bad. And I said, okay, you can go get one now. And then I told them, I said, guys, how long has this line been in here? Does it look new? Oh, a couple of years. That's enough time. I said, you're fixing to have to start replacing every valve eventually on every cradle because they're going to start wearing. It could have been designed a little bit better, and that's the problem. They should have been using closed center. Okay?